Kisampa's a community conservation area that my family and I founded in 2003. It's on the border of Sadani National Park in coastal Tanzania, and it's an area of really extraordinary natural beauty that was likely to be unsustainably exploited for charcoal, timber cutting, general poaching for protein, so killing of mammals, and fish poaching. We have a very small time window, a very small opportunity to actually pick up extra land that could potentially be destroyed and never to be returned to wildlife habitat. Hey buddy. Oh, but he doesn't seem to be too upset with us. So it's very important that we protect this from fishermen who come in here with their nets and chase the crocodiles, the otters, the hippopotamus away. So we have some cameras in this area, we have some beehives, and we patrol it regularly. Oh gosh. Yeah, so this one looks like they've completed the task. There's just the offcuts. Still looks fairly recent. Yeah, they've marked it ready to cut it as a log. We got word of this from our anti-poaching guys. This is a pit saw site. These guys are cutting hardwoods. This is a pod mahogany tree, which is a beautiful indigenous hardwood here at Kisampa, Apsalia quanzensis. Lovely big green leaf. This is incredibly valuable for making planks. This is exactly what habitat destruction looks like for us. Now, Tanzania is blessed in that about 25% of the landmass is actually under formal protection. Some of that very well protected, some of that not so well protected. But there's little opportunity to actually expand the areas under protection. So our aim is to slowly do that. We're trying an experiment. We're actually going to put some netting and then plaster it with cement to see if that's... So we're just trying to raise enough money to buy more land. We intend to do that acre by acre. Every single acre counts. The market rate is anywhere between $200, $250 to $400 per acre, depending on how close it is to the river and the proximity to other farms and so forth. We think that's very good value for money to put land under conservation protection. Once we buy it, it will be under protection forever. We'll ensure that its legal status will ensure that it will never be taken out of conservation. Okay, today we're crossing the river, the Wami River, to go and help Franco, the guy in his hat and blue shirt who's paddling the canoe. We're going over to his farm on the other side of the Wami River, on the southern side. Franco and Paolo are working over there, just clearing what used to be his little house to keep an eye on his farm to stop the baboons getting into it. It's hard work because there's lots of bush after the rain, so every now and again you have to stop and just sharpen up. See people wanting to come and see what we're doing in terms of the conservation effort. We have service-orientated visitors who want to come and visit the school or provide some kind of assistance to the community, whether that's in a health field or a education project. Still got eyes on the car and the area where those guys went into, or in the conservation effort. So within our community, we've renovated classrooms, we've built an organic vegetable grow house at our secondary school, which we're very proud of. We've renovated nursing quarters, we've renovated the dispensary, we've built a village office. So this is all through donated funds and fees and payments that we make to our community for the privilege of looking after that area of conserved land. Cutting charcoal is basically free, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it pays like really badly. One big sack of charcoal is 7,000.
Sure, it pays badly, but it still pays cash. Which, you know, if you're growing something on your farm and you have to eat it, then you don't get cash for it. So they cut it because it's free. Charcoal is the primary source of fuel within the African context. It's very, very cheap, and most people have traditionally cooked with charcoal. The problem with charcoal is it requires hardwood to make, And so huge tracts of forests are destroyed to produce charcoal. And there's an insatiable appetite for charcoal within the big cities. We're only 100 kilometers as the crow flies from Dar es Salaam, a huge city on the African coast. And Dar es Salaam has an insatiable appetite for resources, for charcoal, for fuel, for meat. Because we're close to the Tanzania National Park, many of the farmers have become frustrated in terms of wildlife destroying their crops, particularly buffalo and elephant. They're selling their land, and if we don't try and pick it up and put it under conservation, somebody else may come and use it for some other unsustainable reason, and the wildlife will be lost and those trees will be lost forever. About 5 minutes past midnight, I heard 3 gunshots in the distance. It's always an interesting phenomenon. It doesn't happen very often, to be honest. The elephants crossing the river and the shots that we heard in the night last night, it appears they were definitely from one of the farmers over there who was trying to scare elephants, who came across and destroyed about 130 banana plants. So that's quite catastrophic for that particular farmer. We don't have an antagonistic relationship with those people. Most of them are from our community anyway. You can imagine why people are doing this. People are poor, they're desperate, and they're thinking about how they feed their families tomorrow. And our goal is to try and find alternatives and ways of earning an income and surviving by offering them employment, upskilling them with different skills, giving them alternatives. I've got the engine head off our old Land Rover. She's losing a little bit of power, and then carted up to camp so we can... In fact, my dad taught our mechanic, Mulela, how to become a mechanic. He has no formal qualifications whatsoever, but he can actually take the head off a Land Rover engine, change the gasket and re-put it back on in the field. These guys are phenomenal. Looks like a fishing camp, James. Looks like a fishing camp. We're not stopping them from fishing. That's their right. But we don't want them using nets that have too small holes, so we talked to them about that. If they're using lines, perfectly fine, as long as they don't actually come onto Kisampa. So for us it's a good effort at intelligence because it helps us know who our neighbours are, know who's around. So we'd like to engage those fishermen and try and find alternative solutions for them, possibly fish farming, where we can organise resources for them to actually receive a stable income over all months of the year.
Hello everyone, my name is Zippy. So Kisamba, it's very special to me because it taught me as a nature guide, conservation is all about balance between the people, the land, and also the wildlife which we conserve in their natural habitat, so that our future generation can be able to enjoy what we are enjoying at the moment. Let's conserve our planet. Karibu Kisamba.
What you doing, Murray? Making a brush. For the cement?
Yes, for the cement. Yes.
Nice. The vast majority of our original workforce are still working with us, and will continue to do so. So they're family in all definitions of the word. They're very patient, very diligent, and very, very emotionally connected in what we're trying to do. It's not just a job for them or for us. It's part of our DNA now. Ah, mzuri sana.
Safi sana.
Haina shida kabisa.
Haina shida.
Aha. Okay. I'm just talking to Mukumbili. He's a guy from Matakwili who lost his leg getting water in the Wami River. And thanks to the friends of Kisampa, he lost his leg from a crocodile bite. He had an original leg manufactured for him in Dar es Salaam, which failed eventually. And this latest one is looking really good. His stump has healed well. He doesn't get any pain. And he's actually just come to show us how he's doing and ask us if we can give him some work as a casual labourer so that he can pay for his kids who are at schools. Yeah, so it's a big bone, must be a buffalo or something, or it's definitely buffalo. But it looks like it's been chomped on by a hyena. They've eaten all the marrow out of it. Oy. People have been along this path, which gives us suspicion that they may have been
coming along the path and setting snares, because other animals use the elephant paths to move through the bush.
Those areas are particularly important because they're corridors for wildlife into the Tanzania National Park. So if they're cut off, it will create a little island that would be unsustainable from a large herbivore perspective. So we see threats from many different directions. We just plan to continue to acquire land while we can. So we don't mind whether someone is prepared to donate $10 towards a fraction of an acre, or to purchase an acre at $200 to $400 an acre, or to help us buy a big parcel of land that we can actually go to a particular farmer and buy 60, 70, 100 acres or more. All of it is going to be very, very helpful. We've poured a lot of personal finances but emotional energy into this project after the last 20 years, and we see it as a lifelong endeavour. My kids were pretty much born there and have grown up there and feel very strongly about it. Both my parents are now passed, and their ashes are scattered on the land in that area, so they felt very strongly about that community and the work that we were doing. So this is not just a project that you can up and walk away from. It's a lifelong endeavour for my community and for us as part of that community as a family, and for anybody else who buys into our dream and our vision of protecting that space. I'm blessed that Brad and the EPIC team have been incredibly supportive of our efforts over the years, allowing me the time to continue with this conservation effort, and it talks to EPIC's ethos in terms of what we believe in with regards to how we organise people's travel, allowing them to see the various challenges and some of the solutions that people are offering to protect wild spaces and wild creatures.